Hello, I'm attorney Lewis Haskell, and in the last 30 years or so, I have handled over 10,000 car and truck collision cases. I have had clients who have come to me on the same day as the accident happened. I've had clients who have come to me a year or 2 years or even longer, although not more than 3 years, after the accident occurred. And I have seen the whole range of in between. And so in this video, I want to discuss when is the best time to, after you've been involved in an accident, to see a lawyer. And I can truthfully say, based upon really a vast experience in this subject, the sooner the better. And I make no qualms about that. I do not dance around it. I'm unapologetic. The sooner the better. And the reason for that is the sooner you come to see me, the more I can help you. And there are a number of reasons for that. The big one, of course, is there are things at the scene of the accident that may be lost. And it's not just simply debris on the road or skid marks, but video cameras. These days, there's almost always a video camera nearby when there's an accident, and some of them are taking pictures of the road, and those cameras automatically recycle over themselves. So if you wait too long, the video is lost and cannot be recovered. I had a client come in recently, very, well, he said, she said, more than anything else in terms of how the accident happened, but it makes for a very complicated liability case. His accident had been a couple of months before coming to see me. In the meantime, he's lost his cell phone and thus all of the pictures of the other car, of his car, and pictures that were taken at the scene, which would have shown where the two vehicles were on the road when they hit, which is really what I wanted to see. What is worse, his car has already been disassembled at the body shop, not repaired because the insurance company is refusing to pay for it. But, you know, so often you can recreate the story from the property damage, but not in this case because all the evidence is lost. Obviously, had he come to see me shortly after the accident, I would have taken all those pictures out of his cell phone. I would have taken more pictures of his vehicle before it was disassembled at the body shop to get exactly what I needed to reconstruct this thing. But now, well, it's a problem. I can help you to get your treatment squared away. You know, if you have a primary care physician, then of course you should be reaching out to your family doctor first thing. But not everybody has one. And although Massachusetts is a no-fault state and we do have personal injury protection to help you pay your bills, most doctors really don't want it, or at least they don't want it without the backup of health insurance. So you get into a lot of complicated issues there. But everything about our healthcare delivery system is complicated and gets more complicated when there's a car accident involved. Coordinating benefits in Massachusetts is a royal pain in the neck. Basically, the car insurance, if you have health insurance, the car insurance pays the first $2,000 of medical bills, then the health insurance kicks in. To the extent that the health insurance does not pay because there are co-pays or there are deductibles, or it's an employer paid, or it's an employer funded plan, which opens up a whole nother avenue of aggravation. You go back to the PIP and they pay. When Governor Dukakis came up with this system back in 1988, I said at that time, as I said, 30 years or so, only to someone who went to Harvard would this seem like a good idea. I certainly understand what Governor Dukakis was trying to do. I appreciate what Governor Dukakis was trying to do. But imagine you're a doctor somebody comes into your office, he's been injured in a car accident. You have no way of knowing if you're part of the first 2,000 or if you need to be billing the health insurance. And oh, by the way, if you don't bill the health insurance in time, they're going to reject your bill because you did not comply with the health insurance rules. And now you've got problems under Liberty Mutual versus Dominguez with getting the car insurance to pay. But if you're the doctor and you bill the health insurance and the first 2,000 hasn't been exhausted, now you've just angered a big, powerful insurance company that is paying your bills, because if you're a doctor, you are probably dependent upon the Blue Cross Blue Shields and Harvard Pilgrims and Tufts of this world. So you're in a bad position. And oh, by the way, even if you did it right, you now have the problem that you have to bill the health, bill the PIP, and coordination of benefits. It's aggravating. And frankly, I have found that I spend more time, or that my office spends more time dealing with the PIP, dealing with getting the medical bills paid, than we spend getting the cases settled, which is, what we get paid to do. We can help out on getting your property damage squared away, getting your rental squared away. I've had too many people come to me and they have collision coverage on their car and they have rental coverage on their car and they think they have no problems. But when they went to the rental company was very good, very aggressive about selling them the collision damage waiver, the deductible waiver. You don't need it. Your car insurance follows you. That collision coverage follows you into the rental vehicle. It's expensive. It's well, a lot of places have recently gone up, but historically it's been $16.99 a day. And if your car's in the shop for 30 days, that becomes some serious cabbage. Well, 15 by 30 is $450. So tack on another 60 and you're in a bad place. And no insurance company is going to reimburse you for it. You are spending your own money and you didn't know it. And now that it has been, and now that your car is out of the shop and you're out of the rental, you cannot fix that. I have had people who have come to me the next day and I was able to call the rental company and yell at them and get them to drop it. Not just going forward, that's easy, but going backwards the day or two, but never a month. No, that's never going to happen. And so there are a lot of issues that way. Getting the rental set up so that you never pay for it, so the insurance companies do, and those kinds of things. There's knowing, what providers in town take car accidents, don't take car accidents, will coordinate benefits, will make you pay your co-pays as you go, or will be willing to wait until the end of the case, or until the coordination of benefits is done. Who's going to charge you exorbitant fees to get your records or the reporting really that comes with it, and who's not. There are a lot of ways that a lawyer can help you to understand what you need and what your problems are. Hardly a week goes by that I don't meet with a client. Certainly no month has ever gone by that I've not met with a client, and they tell me they've hurt their neck, they've hurt their back, and it turns out upon further questioning, they have numbness going into their arm, or numbness going down the back of their leg, or something else going on. They have a headache, but they're also feeling nauseous, and yeah, they haven't been sleeping well at night. They've been restless, but they're in pain, and it's good to flesh that out. Look, you walk into your family doctor's office, and you say, "Doctor, I was rear-ended. My neck hurts. My back hurts." The doctor's going to give you a prescription for a pain pill, give you a prescription for muscle relaxant, give you a prescription for physical therapy, give you a bill, and that's the easiest money that doctor ever makes. They're not going to dig in and try to find out, about things you haven't told them about. From their point of view, if you're not complaining about it, it's not a problem. But people don't complain about their tingling or their numbness or their restlessness and anxiety when they're in pain. They're seeing the doctor because they're in pain. They're coming to the lawyer because they're in pain. But very often, the tingling, the numbness, these other things are more interesting or more important, because those are the signals that there's something else going on. I mean, in other words, my back hurts and you say nothing else, that's a sprain. My back hurts and I've got pain shooting, or I've got tingling and numbness shooting down the back of my leg. That might be a disc injury. That might be a nerve. That might be something else. I've got a headache, and yeah, I'm also feeling kind of queasy, kind of nauseous, and I'm restless at night. I'm not sleeping. That may be a concussion, a closed head injury. These things are above my pay grade to figure out, but these are things that need to be brought to your doctor's attention. And I've had way too many cases in which it was brought to the doctor's attention 2 or 3 months later when the pain was dying down, but these problems persisted. I had one case many years ago. I tell this story to clients often. My client came to me, big, strong woman, but she came to me writhing in pain. She's practically in tears. Her back was bothering her so much. And you read her medical records, and they're patients writhing in pain, severe back pain. A while later, significant back pain, severe back pain. A little bit later, in back pain, moderate back pain. Back pain is improving. Patient complains of pain in the knee. Later on, mild back pain. We're almost done treating the back. Patients complaining of significant pain in the knee. As time goes on, the back pain's gone, but the patient is having surgery. My client actually had surgery on her knee because she tore her meniscus. We had to go to court over whether or not the insurance company was responsible for the knee. That case ultimately resolved, but not after a lot of unnecessary fighting. And during the course of that litigation, I asked, why didn't you say, what went on here? What happened? Why didn't you say anything? She said, look, my back was killing me. The back pain was insufferable. I could not deal with the back pain. I wanted my back better. The knee was merely an aggravation, a discomfort. It was just something that was just kind of bothering me, but my back was killing me. As my back got better, I started noticing my knee more and more, and was prepared to focus more on the knee. That happens. I've had any number of cases in which things like that have happened. And again, it's important that somebody help you tease that out at the beginning, if only to get it documented. If in her first meeting of her doctor, she had said, my back is killing me. I can't deal with my back. And oh, by the way, I also have knee pain. The doctor would have focused on the back. The back would have been the main priority. But the knee would have been documented. And as those complaints persisted, and especially as they became central as the back got better, there would not have been this fight. On top of that, she went to physical therapy for her back. She went to physical therapy for months for her back. During that time, she got no treatment for her knee. You know something? The drive to physical therapy is just as long, whether you're treating for a back or treating for a back and a knee. The time you spend in the waiting room is exactly the same if you're treating for a back or treating for a back and knee. Frankly, the time you spend in treatment is almost the same, and the time driving home, again, is exactly the same. And truth be told, the bill is going to be about the same. So why not get these things taken care of while you're there? I cannot tell you how many times in my career I've had a client finish physical therapy, say for their low back, and tell me their back feels great, but their neck's still bothering them, or their knee's still bothering, something else, their elbow, something else is still bothering them, something that they haven't treated for. What should I do? And I just look up and say, I don't know. I mean, I guess if you want, you can go back to your doctor, and I'm sure your doctor will send you back to physical therapy. And they look at me like I have two heads. They just finished 3 months of physical therapy. Why on earth do they want to go back for more? And I certainly understand that. But the solution would have occurred at the beginning if they had just said to everyone, yeah, my back is really bothering me, but my neck is sore too. So, my experience has been that it's always best to come in early. And by the way, I haven't even gotten to the problem of missing work, and getting wages paid, getting your money as we go. There are lots of ways we can do things there, both in terms of making sure that the whole 8,000 a PIP goes to wages and it's not quote unquote wasted on doctors and physical therapists who will be paid by health insurance anyway. If you have medical payments coverage, there are great games we can play. I've had situations where between the PIP and the med pay, I've gotten my clients $33,000 to use against lost wages. And again, made the doctors settle for the Blue Cross, for the Fallon or whatever the health insurance was. So as I say, there are all kinds of things that we can do if we're involved early. And by the way, don't cost any extra. I'm on a contingent fee. I'm paid out of the settlement. But so these are basically services we give essentially for free, and that you don't get by coming in later. So when is the best time to consult with a personal injury attorney after you've been hurt? The answer is as soon as you can. I'm Attorney Lewis Haskell. I am available every day. Just call my office. If I can't see you the same day, and I probably can, I can certainly see you the next, or have you meet with a member of my staff. The consultation is free, and we are here to help. I hope you never need me, but if you do, please feel free to come on by. Thank you.